Ever pictured your perfect summer day on an Indiana lake, cruising with family, stretching out on a spacious deck, but then wondered if a pontoon could really handle everything you do? Or maybe you dream of tearing across the water, feeling the wind, pulling skiers, but worry if a speedboat is truly practical for your everyday fun? Well, stick around, because today we're cutting through the glossy brochures to give you the honest truth about both. We're going to dive deep into the real drawbacks of pontoon boats and speedboats, helping you decide which cons you could live with. I'm Ben Link, and welcome to Off the Dock University. Alright boaters, you've probably heard plenty of good things about pontoons with their spacious decks and comfort. And you've definitely seen speedboats tearing across the lake, looking fast and fun. But every boat, no matter how awesome, comes with its own set of compromises. And knowing those drawbacks before you buy is key to finding the perfect fit for you and your family and how you want to enjoy Indiana's lakes. These are insights we've gained from helping countless boaters make the right choice. Let's start by breaking down the flip side of owning a speedboat. When we talk about speedboats, these V-hull powerhouses are all about performance, but they definitely have their downsides. The first and most obvious con for a speedboat is limited space and passenger capacity. Unlike a pontoon's wide open deck, a speedboat's layout is typically more compartmentalized. You might get a bow rider or a cuddy cabin, but the usable deck space for lounging, walking around, or setting up chairs is significantly less. Many boat owners tell us that if they frequently boat with a larger group, speedboats can quickly feel cramped. Another major drawback for speedboats, especially those designed for high performance, is their fuel efficiency, or lack thereof. Pushing a V-hull at high speeds requires serious horsepower, and that horsepower drinks fuel. If you're out cruising all day or constantly pulling tubes, you'll likely feel it at the gas pump. As we'll see, pontoons, especially with smaller engines, can be a lot more fuel efficient. Then there's the issue of versatility beyond speed. While a speedboat excels at water sports and getting you from point A to point B quickly, they're often less ideal for other activities. Fishing from a speedboat can be challenging due to limited open deck space, high gunwales, and less stability at rest compared to a pontoon. If you're looking for a comfortable platform to anchor and swim, or just hang out at the sandbar, many find a speedboat less accommodating than a pontoon's wide open deck. And finally, speedboats can sometimes be more challenging handling at low speeds or at dock. Because of their hull design and often powerful engines, precise maneuvering in tight marinas or strong currents can require more skill and practice than docking a pontoon. They also tend to drift more quickly with the wind when you're trying to fish or hold the spot. This is something that our delivery captains help new speedboat owners master. Now let's flip the script and talk about the negatives of a pontoon boat. Their biggest strengths are also where some of their drawbacks lie. The first major con? Speed and agility. Let's be real, pontoons aren't built for speed. While you can get tritoons with bigger engines that plane out and move pretty well, they'll never match a V-hull speedboat for top-end speed or quick turns. If you're planning on tubing or skiing with powerful poles, or just love flying across the lake to a distant cove, some find a traditional pontoon to feel pretty sluggish. You're not going to be making sharp turns or carving wakes like a ski boat. Another drawback for pontoons is their handling in rough water. That wide, flat deck is fantastic in calm conditions, but when a big cruiser rolls by, or if the wind really picks up on a larger lake like Lake Monroe or Lake Wawasee, pontoons can get pretty bouncy. They tend to slap against the waves, and a rough ride can get uncomfortable quickly. They also have a lot of windage. That's boat speak for how much the wind pushes them around. So docking in windy conditions or holding your position for fishing can be more challenging. It's a common consideration for those boating on large, more exposed waters. And finally, while they're incredibly spacious, pontoons can sometimes feel a bit like a floating living room, which means less of that traditional boating feel. If you love the sensation of cutting through the water, feeling the spray, or having a sleek profile, some boaters might find a pontoon feels too rectangular. Plus, storing all that furniture over the winter can be a bit of a chore if you don't have covered storage. So there you have it, an honest look at the real drawbacks of pontoons and speedboats. Every boat has its trade-off, and we understand here at Reader Troush Marine that the key is to figure out which cons you're willing to live with based on how you primarily want to use your boat on Indiana's beautiful lakes. Are you prioritizing speed and water sports thrills? Or is it more about the spacious comfort and relaxed cruising? Knowing the downsides helps you make an informed decision and ensures you'll be happy with your boat for years to come. That's our goal with every customer. What's your biggest pain point in your current boat? Or what's the biggest con you're trying to avoid in your next one? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you on the water.